Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm covering part 5 of What If Ash was sponsored by Erika. Now before I start, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to be on holiday for a few days, so after this there won't be any more videos, but I will be, after my holiday, I will be recording more videos. So let's get started with part 5 of What If Ash was sponsored by Erika. So last we left off, Ash had just left the Safari Zone. So on the way to Sinnoh Island, Ash and Brock run into Erika, Richie and Leaf, who are all happy to see each other again after their encounter from the Safari Zone. So after this, Erika then informs Ash and Brock about a new tournament that she's heard of, that is taking place in the Sinnoh region. So hearing this gets Ash excited. So with this, the 5 of them head off to the Sinnoh region. So then we head into the next arc of my series, the Sinnoh tournament arc. So Ash, Brock, Richie, Leaf and Erika arrive in Sinnoh, ready for the tournament. Now, they all head to the Pokemon Center, and once there, the 5 of them decide to train a bit, ready for this tournament, so they can put their absolute hardest into it. And they also have a few practice battles with each of them all winning a few. So as the 5 finish their training, they all head inside to eat. While eating, Ash spots a little egg underneath the table that seems to have been abandoned. So Ash decides to take the egg and look after it. Now, what this egg will be is something I will get into later on in the story. So, once after this has happened, Ash, Brock, Leaf and Erika head to where the tournament will be happening. So once they arrive, the tournament announcer announces the matchups. So the first round matchups are Ash versus a boy named Paul, Brock versus Rourke, and Richie versus a boy called Barry, Leaf versus a girl called Dawn, and Erika versus Gardenia. So with that, we get into the first match of the Sinnoh tournament. So we start with Ash versus Paul. Now the first round matches are one-on-one battles. So Ash decides to use his Ivysaur versus Paul's Grottle. So Ivysaur starts it off with poison powder, leaving Grottle poisoned before Grottle retaliates with an earthquake. So after this, Ivysaur uses a couple of sludge bombs, causing major damage to Grottle, before ultimately Grottle falls to the poison damage from poison powder, which gives Ash the first win of his match. So with that, we then move on to the second match of the first round, which is Brock versus Rourke. So Brock uses his Cubone that he caught I think it was last part or the part before that. So yeah, he uses Cubone and Rourke uses Craniodose. So Cubone starts the battle with a Bone Club, which does good damage to Craniodose, before Craniodose retaliates with a Rock Smash that Cubone takes, before finishing Craniodose with a Boomerang, giving Brock his win. So then we'll move on to the third match, which is Richie versus Barry. So Richie uses his Beedrill Stinger, and Barry uses his Staravia. This causes Barry to easily win against Richie. This kind of disappoints Richie a bit, but all in all, he's glad that he had a great battle. So then we move on to Leaf versus Dawn. Now, this match is Leaf's Tauros that she caught, one of her Tauros that she caught from the Safari Zone in the last part of this series, versus Dawn's Piplup, with Tauros easily taking the win over Dawn's Piplup. So we'll move on to the next match, which is Butch in Disguise versus a random trainer. I forgot to put this in the script, so I've just made that up there. Butch wins that. He's disguised as a nice trainer. So we come to the final match of the first round, which is Erika versus Gardenia. with Erika using her Gloom and Gardenia using her Roserade, which Gardenia takes the win over Erika after landing a couple of sludge bombs and toxics, which this kind of shocks Ash, Richie and Leaf since they were sponsored by Erika. She believed that she was sort of undefeatable, per se. So after this, a 50-minute break is given, where the matchups for the second round are announced with Ash versus Leaf, Brock versus Barry, and Gardenia versus Butch, who is again disguised as his trainer. So with that, I'm going to leave this part here, because I want to spend time playing out the second matches really well. And part 6 will come in a couple of days after I've finished my holiday, so I'll see you all in the next part. See ya.